Welcome back to Virtual Reality Game Dev Ed. This is the 20th or 21st. What are we on here? This is the 22nd tutorial video for our friend Sky on using MakeHuman in Blender. Okay, this series is gonna be huge. We're gonna do a whole lot of stuff. We're gonna be, making our own clothes. We're gonna be making game hair. Pretty much, MakeHuman is how we make all of our human models in virtual reality. So, in our game, virtual reality. So, we we do a lot of work with MakeHuman. So, I'm gonna basically be able to introduce almost everything that Blender can do, except for a couple things like the fluid simulators, the cloud generators, and such like that. I'll get into later on, actually in a different series. But that's actually in our Blender More Advanced tutorial series. But here in this video, we're going to get into field weights. We're going to put some weight in our hair and make it flow realistically. Okay. So, this is where we're at so far. I've moved my ring around a little bit to about the place I want it to be. This is how my hair is looking so far. Pretty good and realistic for the most part. I could actually tip out my color just a little bit. Maybe make my hair look just a little bit more realistic, less thick. So let me first go over that, actually. Let me do that real quick. Go back into your 3D view. Okay, we're going to look at our... we're going to come back into object mode real quick first. So we see our hair here. Okay. Now I want to come under this particle system first of all. Okay, and click on the material here. Now we have under strand right here. This gives us, we don't want to put a UV. This shows us our strand. When we clicked on this, this gave us our strand option. This shows us how our hair is set up right now. You can't hardly see the picture of it. If you look really, really closely, it's there. But that's because we've got really, really thin hair here. It's pretty thin at the root and really, really thin at the tip. But we actually want to make this thinner at the tip. And still, well, I think we might go down a little bit at the root, but for now, we're going to just make our tip a little smaller. Pretty small, actually. We're gonna make our tip 0.001 first of all, and then come up and render that image and see how that looks. Now that should change our hair just a bit. Give our tips a bit more of a realistic feel. Okay. That's nice. I do actually want to go ahead and make my roots just a little smaller as well. But the tip's looking nice. So come back under material here and make our root, say, let's do let's not make it too much smaller here. Let's go 0.009 and go ahead and test that and see how that looks. I think I might actually want to make those still just a little smaller, maybe. Let's try it and see. Say 0.005 and see how that looks for a material. That gave us quite a bit of thinning. Definitely thinned it out a lot. We have a couple spots where it's showing through. We might need to comb it a little different. But to me that looks a bit more realistic already. Quite a bit more realistic actually to me. So that's good. That's where I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to comb this a little bit better over on the side of my head here. So hopefully we don't have so much showing through, so much skin showing through there. Go back into your 3D view. Come under particles. Go to your comb here. Make sure the comb is selected. I'll pull these down. Kind of make them a bit, little bit more evenly distributed here. This will affect where the children show up and everything. We can actually add hairs if we need to, which I might actually need to add a couple hairs to make this right. But hopefully I don't just yet, because then I have to comb them all back into position, comb it down and everything. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Hopefully this works okay. Just combing them out a little bit more evenly. Gonna probably want to puff out a couple over here. Might not even have hairs over there. Careful when you're combing them, you're gonna throw some stuff off. I'll lower the radius down on this a little bit so I'm not picking up my back ones there too much. Okay, I'm going to render that real quick and see how that looks. First of all, so hopefully I don't have to change too much on my children and hair, because I kind of like how my children are looking right now. Yeah, that's okay for now. You can add strands of hair if you want to make this work a bit better. I'm going to go ahead and leave that how it is for now. I'll probably add hair between, add a few strands of hair in here where I know I need to. You see a couple empty spots. I could probably add at least 5 strands of hair here, one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. You only need 1 strand of hair because remember we have a whole bunch of children attached to each strand of hair, so we only need to add 1 strand in these blank spots, and then comb them back right, and then we'll look good. But let me go ahead and start talking about field weights before I run out of time in this video. Okay? So to add weight, go ahead and click this weight option, and the first thing we're going to see is this strange color field come up. Okay? Now, we want to add weight just to the tip here. It'll turn red where we've turned our weight on. Go ahead and lower the radius a bit. And I want to put weight on my sideburns. Okay. And then there we go. That's as simple as it gets. Turns red when you've got the weight added. We don't want too much weight on the regular head because it's pulled back like that. I just want, when I'm moving around, when I'm animating him and whatnot, the only part that I want to move and flow freely on this model is my hanging sideburns. If you're doing a female style with a ponytail here, you actually want to pull down some of the bangs to give it a bit more of a stylish feel. But the only part that I'm adding weight to is my sideburns and the back of my ponytail. So, that's perfect for me. I'm going to go ahead and jump back out of the weight view real quick and go ahead and render that image. You won't see anything here because you see the effects of the weight while you're moving. And all I did here was render an image. So what we're going to do when we're going to see the weight is when we start moving him around and animating him. The hair will move against him. Obviously this will be weighted. It'll be held down by gravity just a little bit. And then when we play our video, we will see that the hair is flowing and doing all kinds of wonderfully crazy realistic stuff. Okay? So, I guess I have a little bit more time in this video. I'm going to go ahead and add let me jump back. I don't know if I saved that render. That's okay. I know I want one up here somewhere. Let me go ahead and add it like right here. Okay. And I think I wanted one up around here. And another one back here. Another one over here. And then I think the last one I had was like out here. Well, let me go ahead and add another one over here just for safe measure. Okay. And I'm going to comb those back. But I'm running out of time. So now that our hair is pretty much made and formed, the next thing we're going to do, you're not going to see very much more here. My hair is pretty much good the way I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking about actually moving him around and start going into animations. Okay? So we'll come back with an introduction to animating our MakeHuman. Okay? We will see you all again soon.